7 weather with meteorologist Jackie Layer.
And the clouds are with us on this Sunday morning, and temperatures are starting off into the 60s. To see a few showers, those push through portions of the Cape and the islands. Those will continue to push out. A few lighter rain showers now into southernmost parts of New Hampshire, and even now extending into northeasternmost parts of Massachusetts, right around the Merrimack Valley. So light sprinkles is what we're talking about this morning for a few locations. It looks like much of the rain, though, down towards Nantucket continuing to push out. So we should see drier conditions developing there after a relatively wet start to our Sunday there. Temperatures into the 60s from north to south, getting close to 70 in Boston, 66 in Bedford, 65 in Fitchburg, lower 60s in Worcester. Water temperature also into the upper 60s right now. Dew points into the upper 50s to low 60s, so a touch more muggy compared to yesterday, but overall still not nearly as that tropical feel as what we did see on Friday or even on Thursday. We'll likely see that humidity building back in just in time for the start of the work week. So this weekend, though, at least we did see some relief from all that heat and humidity. Winds right now mainly out of the south, between 3 to even closer to 7 miles per hour. Not nearly as breezy as we saw yesterday. Upper 70s, what we're expecting for the day today. Tomorrow, warmer, upper 80s. A few locations could skim 90. It will be certainly humid out there, and a chance for some afternoon thunderstorms. Those developing later in the afternoon into the early evening, and some of these could be on the strong side just because it will be a strong cold front that will be pushing in, and ahead of it we're talking about upper 80s and the humidity. So with that cold front moving in, that will be battling out that humid as well as the hot conditions. So a marginal risk for some severe thunderstorms tomorrow afternoon. Again, that's 1 out of 5 in terms of that severe risk scale, and that's for much of our viewing area. In terms of the timing for our Monday could see a few sprinkles by about 10 a.m., but it's later on in the afternoon, early evening. We'll be starting to notice a few of those stronger thunderstorms pushing in. Thinking around 5 p.m. out towards central Mass, then that line pushing in towards, say, northeastern Mass, Boston area southbound by about 7 p.m. So that's something to look forward to or look ahead to for tomorrow. So a heads up if you are working outside or if you have outdoor plans. Also keeping an eye on Hurricane Ida as it inches ever so close to that southeastern Louisiana coastline at this point. Some of the outer fringes of some of those rain bands now pushing into portions of, say, Louisiana and even into Mississippi and even close towards New Orleans. And we're about, say, 20 miles out ahead of landfall as it continues to inch closer and closer towards, say, Grand Isle, Louisiana, and it will make landfall as a Category 4 storm, a high-end Category 4. We're currently at 150 mile per hour sustained winds, likely making landfall right about 155 mile per hour sustained winds. You need at least 157 mile per hour sustained winds to be considered a Category 5. So again, very high-end Category 4 storm making landfall, then eventually weakening to a Category 1. So we're still talking about hurricane force winds all the way through overnight tonight into early tomorrow morning, then eventually back to a tropical storm as we look ahead towards Monday afternoon as it moves even farther and farther inland, but still boasting some strong winds. And this is a view of the hurricane force winds in the area shaded in red on your screen. That continues to move its way northward closer towards Baton Rouge by about tonight, and then eventually still a pocket of hurricane force winds as we look ahead towards 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. This storm very strong, and we'll continue to monitor over the course of the next several hours and even over the course of the next hour or so, where it will likely make landfall into southeastern Louisiana. Back here locally, though, we're tracking that thunderstorm threat tomorrow afternoon, dry Tuesday. Then we could see the remnants of Ida as we get towards late day Wednesday into Thursday. Then we dry things out just in time for next weekend.